If you still don't think that Hollywood and the mainstream media has some sort of agenda after seeing the title of this article, then I don't know what is going to change your mind. Like, when I saw this title, I shouldn't be surprised, but I was just like, are you serious right now? Are you actually serious right now? And this KT Roberts person, I think, is legitimately insane after seeing some of the things that she says in this article here. So we're going to be getting into that now. So I hope you guys enjoy. So now that we've got a female Thor, let's topple every pale, male, and stale superhero character we can. This is the Hollywood agenda. This is the mainstream media agenda to a T. To a T. Stealing a few spots from original characters at the front of the box office race is not only positive, but absolutely necessary if underrepresented actors are to have a fighting chance. And this is just so stupid. We live in an age where we get movies like Black Panther and, Alita, and even your stupid movies like Charlie's Angels and, Men in Black having Agent M as the main character and all of this type of stuff. Yeah, your victimized mentality it doesn't have any sort of bearing anymore. Your victimization is just completely unfound and ridiculous and stupid, and you need to seriously wake up. Like, I'm not talking about getting woke. I'm talking about waking up. There's a big difference. So, superhero movies are important, but that's not an opinion, it's just true. I mean, I agree with that. It's a cultural thing. Avengers Endgame is the top box office film of all time, raking in $2.779 billion and watched by millions. Superpowers get bums on seats, and sneaking in social justice messages under the radar is a tried and tested way of speaking to the masses, except they're not putting them under the radar or anything. They're basically saying, hey, look, we have social justice messages in our movie. Look, see everybody? Aren't we great? These stories have always been about underdogs proving their worth, or those who are other finding their place, and the recent wave of heroes who truly reflect these traits is one we should cheer as it builds into a tsunami. Since Saturday's announcement of a female Thor, she used the phrase. She said female Thor. It's not female Thor. KT Roberts, you got to get caught up on your wokeness, okay? It's not female Thor, it's mighty Thor. So you better check yourself here. The internet has blown up with people wailing that the historically straight white male pool of superheroes is being drained for a more diverse roster. I haven't seen anyone wailing about it. Like, if you're talking about wailing like the one person who is actually wailing after Trump is made president, that's wailing, okay? I don't see anyone doing that. So if you can show me proof of someone actually doing that, then I'll change my mind. But I haven't seen anyone, and nobody that I know in my circles has actually wailed about this. Most of the time, we just offer our critical thoughts about this. But according to SJW lunatics, that is apparently wailing. Many can be safely ignored. I saw one person on social media bemoaning the betrayal of the Norse myths, a complaint curiously absent for Thor Ragnarok. I'd love to know which myth has Jeff Goldblum swanning about in an orgy spaceship. Well, I mean, to be honest, I was one of the people that was very critical about some of the mythological decisions that they made with Thor in Thor Ragnarok. So I hated the way that they did Ragnarok in Thor Ragnarok. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. There you go. I just pretty much destroyed that. It's the ostensibly more reasonable complaints of, I don't mind female, people of color, LGBT plus characters, but why can't they make their own? That noddles me because, make no mistake, we are. Villain interrupted my play about supervillains in prison therapy runs at the Camden Fringe in August, highlighting my point perfectly. Original characters, even the ones created by behemoths like Marvel or DC, have nothing like the attractions of old favorites, meaning we're starting this race seconds before the big boys cross the finish line. Stealing a few of their spots at the front is not only positive, but absolutely necessary. Except, for the most part, these characters that are coming from Marvel, that are, female or people of color or LGBT plus aren't based on females or people of color or LGBT plus characters from Marvel Comics. I mean, Eternals has pretty much gender and race swapped every character from the comics for their movie. You have Nick Fury, who was white in the comics, and now he's black in the movies. And that actually isn't a criticism for me, because I think Samuel L. Jackson does a fantastic job as Nick Fury. So I don't think that doesn't bother me at all with that. So I'm just saying that's what's happened. You have there's tons of characters that can be pointed out that have been swapped out for these minority type of people and stuff. And I think that's where a lot of the problem comes from people, is that they aren't Hollywood isn't trying to make original stories for these types of people. In fact, instead they are just giving them hand-me-down roles from people that have already been established, and because they know that is the best way that they can make money from them. They aren't interested in your gender. They aren't interested in your sexuality or any of that. They don't care. They don't care. The only thing they care about is money. And so if they think that they can profit off of who you are in some way, then that's exactly what they're going to do. Quite apart from anything else, it genuinely makes the art better and bigger. Oh my gosh, no, it does not. It actually does not. Having a certain thing between your legs doesn't make the art better. Having a certain color of your skin doesn't make the art better. Who you sleep with doesn't make the art better. That is a completely stupid statement. In fact, that is just holy cow. That is a super stupid statement. Audiences tire of the same old stories told by the same old people with the same old characters, just dressed up in different superpowers. Audiences tire of that, huh? Really? I mean, that must be why Spider-Man Far From Home crossed $1 billion recently, and it's second or third weekend. Sure. People are tired of it. People are absolutely tired of it. Look at the success of films like Black Panther, Captain Marvel, or the aforementioned Thor Ragnarok, which took a risk, hired a minority director. Let me tell you, people don't care about the director and what kind of a minority he is. People do not care. That is not what drove people to go see the movie. People did not go see Thor Ragnarok because the director's a minority. That is not true for anyone except for maybe your little clique of woke SJW freaks. Let me see. And Black Panther and Captain Marvel are successful, but they also have the brand of Marvel behind them. And they also have... And Captain Marvel was a very, very lucky film because it was squashed right in between Infinity War and Endgame. Plus, it received a teaser at the end of Infinity War, which was, in fact, a $2 billion movie. So there's a lot of people that knew about Captain Marvel from that movie alone. Likewise, Into the Spider-Verse reimagined Spider-Man as a black teen graffiti artist. I love how this person's just cherry-picking things and not being like, yeah, but, okay, the way that you would look at this, if you were a sensible person, if you actually had common sense, you'd be like, yeah, these movies did great, but it wasn't necessarily because of the minority, it was because of the brand that's behind these movies. And also, there's a bunch of movies that are still being made that star white men that are doing really well too. So yeah, your argument is completely invalid here. Completely. It clearly makes for more successful movies with better bottom... Okay, no. You are... Oh my gosh. This person might be one of the most idiotic, woke people I've ever seen. Seriously. It clearly makes for more successful movies with better bottom lines, which a cynic might say is all Hollywood cares about. I mean, it's true. The only thing Hollywood does care about is money. You admit it right here. So if that's the case, then they don't care about your skin color or who you sleep with or what's between your legs. They don't care about that. But saying that those are the types of movies those are the only types of successful movies that are being made right now is really, really, really stupid. Really stupid. So yes, let's plunder the male heroes, and Thor is an excellent place to start. There's a simple mechanism by which someone else can gain his powers, as shown in Endgame with Steve Rogers to whoops of glee from the fanboys now complaining. Plus, Marvel women have a history of relegation to the sappy love interest of worse, the feisty girl whose only power is the super boyfriend backing her up. Now, my complaints for Thor have nothing to do with the fact that someone else is able to use the hammer. Like, that's not my complaints. My complaints have to do with the fact that it's so painstakingly obvious that they are pushing a woke agenda with this movie, especially since they're basing Thor 4 on the female Thor comics, which were absolutely woke and SJW filled. On top of that, I don't care about anyone else being Thor. Chris Hemsworth is Thor. Now, if Steve Rogers had ended up becoming Thor, if Captain America ended up becoming Thor for some weird reason, I would not be happy about that. Okay? He's Captain America, and Thor is Thor. Let Thor be Thor, and let Captain America be Captain America. That's my problems with the movie. So, I don't hear anyone actually making that type of complaint. This person literally just cherry picks throughout this entire article and bases everything that she says on nonsensical lies and idiotic arguments. KT Roberts, this was a horrible article. This is probably one of the most pathetic and poorly written articles I've seen yet from the woke crowds. So, but anyway, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this article? What do you think about what KT Roberts has to say here? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.